everybody, what is going on? Welcome to Regular Josh 1. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button in this video, and if you're new, subscribe. Also, I have a vlogging channel called Regular Josh Adventures where I vlog at theme parks like Disneyland and stuff like that. I did recently post about 2 videos on that channel, so if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, go on over, click the link down below to go to the channel and check those videos out. And also, if you haven't already, give that channel a subscribe. I would really appreciate that. So this past Sunday, we had the Academy Awards. Personally, I don't really care all that much about the awards show myself because I'm not really all that big into movies. Heck, I forgot that the Oscars were even happening until a day before. I barely saw any buzz for the Oscars anywhere, so I completely forgot about it this year. That seems to kind of happen to me a lot lately with the Oscars, not gonna even lie. I didn't even know who or what was nominated. I didn't really even know who was nominated for Best Animated Feature, a category that I always pay attention to. Though there's times when I usually wonder if I should even pay attention to that, particularly because Disney almost always takes home the award for Best Animated Feature. They've won most years, so it was just a no-brainer for me that once again, Disney is most likely going to win for the millionth time. Now, this isn't to say that a lot of movies that did win didn't deserve their win, because they certainly did. Finding Nemo is one of their best animated movies of all time. Don't argue with me, you know I'm right. But there were times where I think people felt like these movies won just because they're Disney. So it became annoying after a while and kind of predictable.
The Oscar goes to Inside Out.
Not to mention that it was kind of exposed a while back that some voters would just vote on a certain movie to win because their kids liked it. And which movie do kids tend to like the most? Disney movies. So it made sense. So when it came to the latest animated feature nominees and finding out that Inside Out 2 was nominated, I had a big feeling that that was going to win. It was a pretty big film, especially for Pixar, and reviews for it seemed pretty good for a lot of people. It also made over $1 billion at the box office, so I was just expecting them to win this one. It seems like the stars were all aligned like usual. But to my surprise, and honestly relief, Flow ended up winning Best Animated Feature Film. Now, some of you guys may be wondering, what is Flow? Well, I can't really answer that one for you, so I'm gonna let Alex take over.
Okay, here I am. Flow is an animated movie unlike any other. In an era where independent work is being more and more craved by a growing audience, it could not have come at a more perfect timing. Created using just Blender, a free program, with a small team of 20 plus people in nearly 5 years, Flow tells the story of a world populated by animals with the lack of humans. Signs and clues show that humans did exist at a specific point of time, but that is no longer the case. It is a lingering mystery that is throughout this film that leaves the audience already intrigued, with it opening with the shot of our main lead, a lone cat looking into its lonely reflection in the water. After some hijinks with some dogs, all the animals run away from a giant tidal wave of water crashing its way through the wilderness. It rises and rises to the point where it becomes stranded. He luckily comes across a boat, however, where he befriends a capybara, a lemur, a secretary bird, and of course, the dog, who just wants to be friends. The animals seem to have a specific goal. They are drawn to this huge tower, and they need to get to it. Along the way, there is little mishaps that occur. The animals' personalities are displayed with their own little quirks, and a giant whale seems to follow them along the way, almost like a guardian angel, even saving the cat at one point. Again, no dialogue is spoken at all. It is all visual storytelling and done very well at that, including a sequence towards the end that is so mysterious yet beautiful that it raises a bunch of questions about what's really going on in this world. The sequence in itself is literally otherworldly. I won't spoil the whole thing here, but I highly recommend for y'all to watch it on HBO Max. For a movie to be made on free software by a very small team of people and win an Oscar, beating Disney and DreamWorks this year, is just an absolute feat of a win. I admire the movie so much for being so incredibly unique and being so inspiring to artists and animators that want to get started and make themselves heard and known. In my opinion, this is one of the biggest Oscar wins of the decade so far. It has my love and respect. Okay, I'm done.
Thank you, Alex. The director even celebrated by going to In-N-Out after his big win. A man of culture, I see. Respect. Now that Flow has won the Oscar for Best Animated Feature, it's kind of made me realize something. I keep thinking that when it comes to the Oscars and the animated films, they were just going to give it to Disney. But honestly, the past 3 awards have been won by different studios this time. In 2023, it was Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio that won. I personally was hoping for Last Wish to win, but hey, I'll take it. Then in 2024, The Boy and the Heron won. I think that's how you say it, Heron, whatever. Honestly, it was a no-brainer for me that Disney was gonna lose that year because the only movie that was nominated from them was Elemental, and I had no confidence that that was gonna win. Not that it was a bad film by any means, from what I've heard, it wasn't really anything all that special or spectacular. Hey, could have been worse though. Wish could have been nominated. For a while now, in general, when it comes to the industry, animation was just looked at as just for kids. In more recent years, many people have raised their voices, demanding that animation be taken more seriously as a medium. You've had people like Guillermo del Toro specifically stating that animation is cinema. I've even defended animation plenty of times on this channel. Honestly, I think we're actually starting to see some progress in how animated movies are viewed within the industry nowadays. I think this is reflected with the movies that are winning Best Animated Feature right now. I can tell you, none of those wins were because the voters chose those movies for the Oscar because their kids liked it. Kinda seems like more voters are paying attention to these movies now, and that is definitely a good thing. Plus, I've noticed that when they introduce these nominees now, the presenters actually talk about the importance of animation and how they're able to tell such great stories with these visuals. That is such a big step in the right direction, and I'm so glad that it's happening. Like, let's keep this up. Now, while I do think things are starting to get better for how animated movies are looked at, I think it's pretty safe to say that Disney has also been lacking when it comes to animated movies recently. Their last win was in 2022 with Encanto, deservedly so. That was a very, very good movie. And, well, what movies have they had since then? You had Lightyear, which, well, you know, was pretty bad. You also had Strange World, which also wasn't great, and seriously, who even talks about that movie anymore? It's completely forgotten about. What else? Oh, yeah, you had Wish. that movie. My God, what a complete fumble that was. You also had Inside Out 2, so at least that was a step in the right direction. But then you also had Moana 2, which was originally a Disney Plus series, and even then, that did not get amazing reviews. So, yeah. It shouldn't surprise me at all that Disney hasn't really been raking it in recently. They do have 2 animated movies slated to come out this year, Elio and Zootopia 2. I'm personally looking forward to Zootopia 2 more because I loved that first movie, and I'm just really hoping that that film is as good as the first one. Crazy, I'm finally excited for a Disney movie again. Honestly, if these recent losses are gonna be a turning point for Disney to start making spectacular movies again, and, well, you know, not Wish, then I see this as a very good thing. By the way, can you tell that I don't like Wish? Yeah, I don't like Wish. But yeah, again, I have to say congratulations to Flo for winning Best Animated Feature for this year's Oscars. I love that indie animated films are getting some attention in this industry, and hopefully we can continue to see that happening in the future. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys see a change in the way the Academy views animated movies? Also, did you see Flo? If you did, tell me what you guys thought about it in the comment section below. Also, I do have a vlogging channel, Regular Josh Adventures. Posted 2 vlogs recently, so do go ahead and check those out. And if you do also subscribe, I really, really do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Let's hope to get to 500 subs on that channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and hit the bell to be notified on my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, you're hearing it from a regular bunny in a regular world. See you next time.